Nachi. What's up, baby? We here. We just talking, chilling, relaxing before we start. We gotta get the next song ready. Oh,
old words of Polo, cold chilling.
Cold chilling. You guys had a wonderful weekend. I did. I definitely did. All right, this should be, if I timed this correctly, which I know I didn't, be the last song before we get started. But we like to start at right at 10:30 because we're punctual. You know. Normally we be muted at this point. I'm like, we ain't talking about shit anyway. So I'm muted.
Drink some water.
Oh shit, good looking out. Get your waters.
Yeah, water, tea, whatever you put in your body that's healthy.
You know, I've been drinking these probiotic drinks.
Yeah.
This is soda one.
Yeah.
Fire. They're expensive as hell though. They $8 for 4 cans. Y'all can't see it, but it's $4 for $8 for 4 cans.
Is that the probiotic one or the prebiotic one?
Bro.
Both.
No,
both
it's prebiotic. Sorry.
Both really good for your body in general, bro.
True. Infused with apple cider vinegar. You know, I'm gonna be burping on. I'm trying to burp on the screen. I hate mouth noises in podcasts, as Tell knows. Y'all might not know, unless y'all listen to After Story, which most of y'all do.
To be fair, yeah, and I'm gonna be real. I've made mouth noises and I hate it myself. Like I don't even like hearing my own mouth noises. Like if I'm eating cereal and I hear myself, I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Something about them mouth noises, man. I ain't hating.
It's not for me. And then I don't understand how people do the mukbangs and ASMRs with the voice or the mouth. Nope. I will turn everything off in the house before I hear that shit. I will not do it.
We still got 5 minutes before we start. Like the stream for us and whatnot. We appreciate that. Share it with your friends or don't.
Or your worst enemies, as long as they cool.
Remember, we are not spoiling this movie. We're just talking about it in general. General thoughts. So if you haven't watched the movie, that's okay. You can stick around, enjoy the review. Nachi, have you ever listened to one of our reviews? I know you've been rocking with us for a long ass time. What was the last review you heard from us? God damn it, C Cleaner. Quit popping up, you asshole. What if I accidentally went live on Twitch too? Did I go live on Twitch? I hope I'm not live on Twitch. That would be weird.
I hope that's not an accident.
No, it'd be awkward because I don't bring my anime stuff on Twitch. All right. I completely timed it wrong, so
if you like that.
We got 4 minutes left. We need one more song that's not copywritten. We'll just listen to you again. Fuck it. Yeah, my fault. I said, what was the last review of ours that you catch? I don't.
sure I do gotta pull up those docs, don't I? Sheesh, it's been a nice little minute since we did a review.
I know, it's been too damn long. I got the rating review doc up. I got everything we rated, and I have how the ratings go. So should be good. I can't believe we lost to the Denver Nuggets today. Oh well. Anyway. Let me go through the stuff real quick. Oh, you ain't gotta do that, Nachi. It's all good, bro.
It's the Browns.
I know, it's just been a minute. 2 minutes left. Did I pick another too short song? I did. What a fucking doofus I am. All right, maybe we'll just chill here, huh?
Hey. I love how thick this review list got, bro.
Bro, it should be so much longer than that.
It should be, but you know.
Maybe I can play like one more song that won't get copywritten.
You only got like 1 minute.
Oh, true. Fuck it. We here. Welcome all. Make sure y'all like the stream for us. We appreciate you.
I'm telling you, on Godric is stuck in my head, bro. He said 2K Quidditch.
2K Quidditch.
Yo, you think his stats is 99?
All right.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu. Mic check, waifu, King, Teliano. Is that you?
Whoa there, bro there. What's up?
This is episode 230 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by you, Patreon supporters. Make sure you go to patreon.com/okay, that's not supposed to be on the screen yet. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu to get early access to the video version of this podcast, to get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, The After Story, to get access to the Take Talk. So, speaking of Take Talk, there is a Take Talk coming this week. Yeah, a Take Talk coming this week on Polo finishing The Boys season 1. So, I'm going to talk about season 1 of The Boys on the Take Talk. So, make sure y'all come through for that. I would appreciate you so very much. Also, you get access to the Mic Check mangas and other bonus content as well. This is Mic Check Live 4. At the end of every month, we do a live recording of an episode where we sit and do a special thing for the end of the month. We haven't done like the month recap per se, because we always had something we wanted to do. This time is going to be a review of Suzume. But before we get into all that, let's thank our Patreon producers. These are people who produce this episode and many other episodes prior. Shout out to our archivist, Christian, Dre the Goat G, Rob from Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Make sure you check out Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Johnny from Show Go High. Kate the Pro from Chaotic Culture and Show Go High. Explicitly, Monique Williams, Nachi. Simi Sensei, Frozen, Saphir, and T Money Fingers. Thank you so much for producing this and many other episodes of the podcast. We appreciate y'all. The blue one. What's up, baby? So for those of you who are listening to the podcast version of this episode, because this is still going to come out Tuesday, as it does all the time, we will be talking to the chat, everybody that's here in the chat. Shout out to y'all. We love y'all. Shout out to Vash for being here. Love you, brother. We appreciate y'all for supporting us. The blue one. Good to see you. Long time no see, bro. Yeah. Tell. Now that I got that all out the way, how you feeling?
First of all, appreciate all y'all for showing up. But yeah, I'm good, bro. You know, every week I'm gonna say I'm good. It just is what it is. But it was what we had Thanksgiving this week.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, so I'm just gonna be honest with that. But we ate before that, and then you know Black Friday. Y'all know I work retail once a week. Sometimes twice, depending on how busy my week is.
That was your one a week?
Yeah, bro. And
how was that?
It was it's not bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember my first time working Black Friday. I thought it was gonna be like getting stomped in the chest. It was not that bad, bro. But also, I'm Geek Squad, so all I did was sit back and help with computers, that kind of stuff. Nothing really. But it's good. The kids good, wife good. We eating. How about you, how about you, Polo? Goodness.
How about you, Prolo?
Prolo.
You know, I'm doing all right. You know, so here's the thing. Okay, for those of you that don't know, I live in Austin, Texas. Now I moved out of Houston up to Austin. Love it here. Fantastic. The problem is that my air stopped working, and we had the people come out to fix my air, and they said they got to order a part, and it's taking forever to get here. So here's the thing. Yes, it's been cooler here. It's been right now. It's for example, it's 41 degrees outside. But here's the problem: it's still warm in my goddamn house. Because this house is very well insulated because they're brand new apartment complexes. So it's fucking very well insulated. So I got to open the window, but if I open the window, it gets too cold. If I keep the window closed, it's too hot. So I got the window open and I got a hoodie on. so we comfortable now. But other than that, I'm chilling, man. It's a great week of anime for me personally. Okay. I'm clean. Where is it at? I just got to show Crystal this because I know Crystal's going to be proud of me. Look at this. This is my Anilist, you know. Make sure y'all add me on Anilist. Look at my anime in progress. Look at that. Look at that anime in progress. Before Fear, what up, baby? Before I had 2 rows of anime in progress, I cleared out 3 different anime and I added 2. So I added 2 and cleared out 3. Actually, this is supposed to be cleared out now. Why the hell is that still there? There it is. It's nice and clear. Looking good. But I cleared out Devil is a Part-Timer. I finished that. And I finished... What was another one I finished? I can't fucking even remember it. It's crazy. Look how organized it is. I know. The only thing is my manga in progress that I need to correct. I got to go back through my list and figure out what else I completed. There was something else I completed. Oh, I caught up on Spy Family as well. Oh, Bungo Stray Dogs 5.
Okay.
Before we get into that though, let's start with episode of the week this week, as we do in every episode. I've been on that choo-choo. So what was your episode of the week, Tel, this week?
Y'all already know it's normally rent-free, but this week I'm surprised because my bro Polo made a tweet about it. Overtake got me this week, bro. Yeah, it got me. Overtake had a phenomenal episode, so yeah, that was it for me.
My episode of the week this week is Spy Family. Yeah, you're very different than usual for both of us. But when I say, we stopped watching Spy Family right when it got good. I'm gonna just put it that way. We fucking stopped right when it got good because this is where Yor gets on a ship and she has a mission, and the mission is to protect this family essentially, and it is so fucking good. It looks so fucking good. It's just an amazing. And the most recent episode was so fucking good. And shout out to one of the producers, Sophia. He's in here. He said, Bungo Stray Dogs 5 is so good. Way too good. I cannot wait for more. But we're going to get into that actually right now. Let's do that. Bro, I finished Bungo. I can't watch that show without it being dubbed and done. Okay, I can't do it. I don't want to do it unless it's dubbed and done, because you cannot watching that show week to week would be a pain in the dick. Like it'll be so painful, bro. It'll be so painful because it's so cliffhangery, and it just has so much heat going in from one episode to the next. It's so special. Bungo is probably one of the top tier shows that is continuing still. What's funny is that word on the street is that they are caught up just about with the manga. So what's coming out next is pretty much fresh. Word on the street. Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not.
I gotta finish that next core, because I didn't start like that next core, so I do have to finish that.
I don't think it's the next core. I think it's just 4 and then it goes to 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, according to Anilist anyway. I could be wrong. So.
All right, then I need to go ahead and catch up on that, because
worth it, bro. Worth every fucking minute I watched. I loved it. We ain't getting any more Bungo for at least 2 years unless it animates light novels. Caught up with the manga. Yeah, that's what I heard too. So maybe they come out with just freshly original. Crystal, you never know. That seems to be the trend that the anime community is going. There's a lot of original anime coming out soon, which is dope. Also very scary though.
Yeah,
because I think the last original anime we got was that what was that one where the kid he had like the ice swords and shit? Remember? It was 2 seasons ago, I think. I can't remember. We watched so much goddamn anime.
Oh yeah. I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that one that you was caping for it for a little bit.
Come on, man, you ain't have to expose me that way. I think I actually was though. I think I was like so down with it.
And I think I even agree with you a lot of it, because you said the story was there. It just didn't have the budget.
It didn't have a budget, man. It was a brand new studio, and it was an original anime. So it was like, I kind of
like Zom 100. Is that on that same list?
No. Zom 100 is based off of a manga, obviously. But man, shout out to that studio for again their first time going at an anime, and they came out with Zom 100.
Came out swinging
hard. And then another thing I finished is The Devil is a Part-Timer 2.
Okay.
Oh, bro. You know.
Yeah.
I liked it. I can't. I still like The Devil is a Part-Timer, though it wasn't as powerful and as impactful as season 1 was for me. I still liked it. I still enjoy it, and it's probably because I'm invested in the characters. Yeah. I'm invested in the plot. They definitely went to a very different place, like going back to Anti-Isla, which is interesting. I'm not going to get into any more detail than that, but it's very, very, very interesting. But shout out to Crystal. She says that I think the studios got their hands on unreleased chapters because Bungo is monthly, and the chapters coming out now are matching the final episode. Ooh. Oh, shit. Okay, and then Fear says, I'm down for original content or a break, to be honest. Also, very hard to watch week to week for Bungo. Yes, it's very hard.
I agree too, because it's one of those shows that's like you gotta. I can't wait next week for another episode when it's that good. It's
not when it's Bungo too, because what they do is like they lead up to the next episode so flawlessly too, to where like the credits will roll. Right, I'm watching it on Crunchyroll, so the credits will roll, and when the credits roll, it's the end. Like it's still like they're still showing pieces of the episode as the credits are going, right? Like they did in Jobless Reincarnation. But when it ends, when it's over, it just goes to the next episode because of Crunchyroll's autoplayer. So like if you're just watching that week to week, imagine that happening and it just stops and you'll get no more. Imagine how fucked you would be. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't do that.
And hear me out, I'm a little salty because I got put on the Bungo Stray Dogs a little late. But as soon as I got on it, it felt like, bro, why haven't I been watching this? And now being week to week or having to get to a point to where we are week to week, that sucks, bro. I wish it was just like all done.
Huey TJ here. Shout out to Huey. I had to tag him in that overtake tweet because it was very important that he caught up. Now he caught up. Huey, let us know what you're thinking, because that was Tails' episode of the week. Since you weren't here earlier, listen. What
it did what it needed to do.
What Overtake did was it proved that you don't necessarily have to be with characters the entire time for you to have an emotional impact with whatever's going on. Because I'm not going to spoil it, but when they show what happened, my fucking heart was in my asshole. I'm gonna just put that in. I'm gonna just put it in.
And the comparison to like real life scenarios, even though it was still like a vastly different scenario, the comparison there brought emphasis as to why he got backlash, but also why.
Yeah, we ain't got to go into it no more. Ain't got to go into it no more. Let's save that for the people who watching it. Not spoil that fucking brilliant episode. I mean, and to be honest, it made the whole show better, in my opinion.
It boosted it up a bit. It was like, oh, this is what we working with here.
Yeah, it was okay at first. I'm like, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna watch it, but
can I give a hot take real quick though?
Yeah,
because I was watching. I watched MF Ghost before I watched Overtake this week, and this isn't a comparison between the two shows. This is just something that I've realized, and I realized it even more so this week. I watched the episode of MF Ghost, and I was like, okay. I honestly felt bored. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was bored to like sleep almost watching MF Ghost. I watched it, was like, cool. I went back and rewatched it, but in 2x speed, and the racing seems so much better. I'm not lying to you. Hear me out. Like, don't throw me out the window yet. The racing in 2x speed, it feels like it has the speed it's supposed to have for a racing anime. It feels like they put it there. And after I already had the contextual information from watching it the first time, it made me feel like I'm actually in this show watching the race live. It was great.
You watched Initial D. It's the same. It's literally just that.
Initial D didn't feel like this episode specifically is a little boring to me. It was this episode specifically.
The last few.
This one.
Yeah.
But maybe the last few even because they've been really taking some time to hit the last gear.
Right.
But 2x speed ain't bad for MF Ghost. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
2x speed is bad for anything, but we ain't gonna get into that right now because I want to remain happy. TJ says, honestly, it is episode of the week. We understand everything. Oh, yeah, we do. Yes, that is it. And it totally makes sense. And then he brought up that quote of that other photographer. I'm not going to, I need to stop talking about this show before I fucking spoil the whole fucking thing. Anyway, great show. Watch Overtake. You would thank us later. And then finally, the last thing I want to touch on before we move on to what is essentially the topic of the show. Kingdoms of Ruin.
Yeah.
This show has to be the biggest. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. Like, what are you doing? How do you shit the bed this bad?
It was one episode.
Stop. It's not one though. It's more than one.
I mean, okay, but like
the last 3.
This episode was horrendous. I can say that. This episode was like, why am I watching this? Right?
Oh my goodness. That was rough.
I can feel that. I can feel that 100%. This episode of Kingdoms of Ruin, I felt like I was watching an entirely different anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt entirely different. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like I was embracing the same characters almost in a sense. But they switched the whole pace up. And I guess they're showing the overall antagonist now.
Yeah.
But like, the way they introduced her.
Oh, so bad.
Previously was better than how they introduced her in this episode. In that, sense, you know what I mean?
And the crazy part is
that wasn't even good in the first one.
Yes, exactly.
So it's like, yo, what? Nah.
That ain't the way to do it. Whatever they doing there.
Our Empress gonna be an idol. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bad show. I got it. I'm gonna just call it now. For the rest of the 4 episodes we got left, or whatever it is, I'm disappointed in that, and I'm disappointed in myself for championing it. But you know, we win some, we lose some. True. Tell man. So, been a long time since we've done this.
A minute and a half.
So let me run through this real quick. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Again, this is going to be a spoiler-free review of the movie Suzume. Okay, if you haven't watched it, it's okay. We're not going to go into story detail about what happens at the end or you know, crazy detail of the amount of stuff that happens. But this is how a mic check waifu review works. Here it goes. Okay, so what we do is that we rate stuff in 5 categories. Okay, the 5 categories that we rate is pacing, Pacing means episode to episode, how strong the story development was. Plot, the overall thoughts of the storytelling and the writing. Animation, the direction, scenery, art style, and overall visual fidelity. Sound design, soundtracks, sound effects, music, etc. And characters. Those are the 5 categories that we rate on a 20-point scale. What is a 20-point scale? A 20-point scale is 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, etc., etc., etc. So each one of us, Polo will give a score for pacing, Taylor give a score for pacing. Polo will give a score for plot, Taylor give a score for plot. And what we do is that we average those 2 scores to give an overall Mic Check Waifu score. That's how it works. It seems complicated, extremely simple. You'll see how it goes when we start to reviewing it. But before we do that, we talk about the general thoughts of what we just seen. And then we normally go into spoilers after we talk about general thoughts. So before we do that, we're just going to kind of like bring it all together and just talk. We watched Suzume this week, and some of y'all did, some of y'all didn't. Again, it's okay. We're not going to spoil it. But the anime movie Suzume came out in, I had it pulled up, but I was digging around in Anilist. Let me pull that back up really quick so I can... Suzume came out in November 11th, 2022, so just about a year from the time that we're recording this episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
It's the story follows Suzume, a 17-year-old girl from a quiet town called Kyushu. She meets a young man looking for a door. They find the door and within the ruins of the mountains, and Suzume opens it. Soon, more doors begin to open around Japan, bringing disasters from the other side. The film depicts Suzume's liberation and growth as she closes the doors that are causing this disaster. So, this is the movie that we'll be reviewing today. Tail, let's start, man. What were your overall general thoughts of Suzume?
A decent amount of it was actually
yours too,
really,
chat. Sorry.
Yeah. A decent amount of it was actually really good for me. I think that obviously it's movie quality, right? So there's a lot of budget that goes into some of the elements of the show or the movie that just set it apart from like what we typically watch week to week.
Right.
And it almost makes me feel like I got to be a little bit more strict on how we're gonna be grading this. But it wasn't by any means like, necessarily a bad watch. It was enjoyable for what it was and how it displayed itself.
Yeah, I would say so too. Again, obviously it's movie quality, so it was beautiful. And I didn't even really think about the fact that maybe I would have to be more strict with the rules of our review for this particular movie, but I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna go with it as naturally how I feel about it as I possibly can. But it was interesting. That's about as far as I can go. Because when we get into these categories is when I'm gonna go in really detail of what I think. So starting off, where do I want to start? Which one do I want to start with first? Let's start with animation because that's easy, right? So animation obviously is what I said at the beginning. It's the direction, the scenery, the overall visual fidelity. Animation, if you don't mind, I'll start here. I'm gonna bring up this review and then I'm gonna pop this on the screen just so if y'all can see. I know it's really hard to see because it's small. I wonder if I can zoom in here. Can I zoom in? Probably not. Okay, whatever. I might just turn it off then because it looks way too small to even see. Yeah, but animation. It was fucking beautiful. Every scene in this movie looked like it could be a background on your phone. It looked like it could be a background on your computer. There wasn't a scene that had me like, ugh. Well, there was one, and it was towards the end where I saw some CGI people walking around the city, but that's okay. Oh, you could see it? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll put it up on the screen. But it was very pretty. It was gorgeous. It was like perfect when it comes to the animation. The way she moved, like it was scenes where two people were laying on the bed and like they were just talking to each other, and the way they would roll over in the bed, and it was just so you could tell it felt like money. It felt like so much money went into this movie. Like it's unbelievable. I don't know if y'all seen the movie. What was the movie? Garden something? I forget. I think Chris know what I'm talking about. Garden something, but it was just as beautiful as that movie. It was gorgeous when it would rain and when it would do the I'm gonna get into when we go into plot and stuff, but like it was beautiful. It was an absolute beautiful movie. So for me personally, the animation, Crystal, give us your score too, but the animation for me was personally a 10. I don't think it could be any better than that per se, especially for what it was. It was consistent. Like I enjoyed it. And then Crystal says visually stunning for sure. It was a decent watch for a movie. Garden of Words, Fear Got Me.
Yeah, that's fire right there. So everything Polo said, I gotta piggyback on that. And I even tried to go and compare it to like Demon Train and just to see what it could be comparatively, and it was a 10 regardless. The show, it hit every category we really needed in terms of like animation, the way the camera moved, the way the characters moved. Even like the CGI characters did not move like how you see CGI characters in other shows. Like in shows, they did not move like that, so they didn't really feel out of place. Yeah, you could tell they were CGI, but the way they had them like moving was like idealistic essentially. So yeah, bro, it's a 10, easy 10 for animation. I can't even there's no way they could have dropped the ball on this with that kind of budget.
Yeah, no way. And I mean, you could tell the budget was high because guess what? Product placement. They had so much product placement, bro. It was McDonald's. It was the actual McDonald's. It was fucking it was the actual McDonald's, and it was also, I saw Uber Eats. It was somebody had on the Uber Eats bag on their back, clear as day on the screen. I'm like, okay, the product placement is crazy. So you know they got money. They got money for sure.
Yeah, they got some other kind of placements too they did really good with in the show or the movie that I'll say later.
Interesting. So I'm gonna have you go to sound design, and sound design is obviously soundtrack, overall sound effects, voice acting, etc.
So hear me out.
You know,
this first thing I'm gonna say isn't necessarily bad. It's not bad, but I'm gonna tell you this. This made me realize why I don't like some English dubs. And it's not the dub was great. I think they sound amazing. I'm gonna just say it sounds amazing. But it made me realize why I don't like some English dubs, and it's because the characters don't feel like they have genuine, like realistic, like speaking patterns. They sound like they're reading from a script, but they're making it like more human-esque, right? Yeah. They sound like Broadway, but like toned down to sound like they're teenagers or whatever. And like I was just thinking about how like they enunciate and articulate their words. I'm like, yeah, it's very crisp, very clear. I'm like, yo, you can hear everything they say. Like that's not how real people speak. Sometimes you don't hear every letter. Yeah, but it was fire, bro. Voice acting was good. I didn't miss a beat. And I mean, obviously I have a surround sound system, so like everything was perfect. I feel like the silence was perfect. The songs were like amplifying the intensity of when you were supposed to feel the intensity. It was there every single time. I don't know what you're gonna give sound design, but I gotta be real to me, and it was a 10 in terms of sound design, bro. It was, voice actors were great. The walking patterns, the vehicles moving, the bike rolling, everything I could think of in terms of sound made me feel like I was there. And then the subwoofer made me feel the bass, and I felt like I was there.
I'm a pause before I give my thoughts on sound design and go to one of the Patreon producers, Frozen says, general thoughts. It was just okay. The first half of the movie was mundane and repetitive, but it picked up in the second half, and the animation was amazing, though. Top tier animation. And then shout out to the other producers. Safiri says, not McDonald's. No, they didn't have McDonald's product placement. It was actually McDonald's. Like you could see the rapper. You could tell one of them got like a McDouble or something, whatever the fuck it was. Crazy. But as far as sound design goes, you're absolutely right. It was brilliant, and I don't even have a surround system. I actually watched this on the TV without a sound bar or anything like that. So it's coming out of a fucking LG 55-inch flat screen. So it's like super like real bad essentially when it comes to like hearing the sound, but you could tell it was a lot of effort put into it. Like right, whenever, I mean, obviously people know that whenever a door closed or whenever a door opened, it was there, it was prominent, and what both musically and like sonically it was beautiful. As far as the voice acting goes, I gotta agree with you. But again, this is something that you gotta escape this is what I learned, because everybody knows when we first started doing this podcast, I was a dub head. Like all I wanted was dubs. Going to flipping back and forth between both dub and the subs between different shows and stuff, you can tell like it's not the dub's fault, because everything that in like the way that the Japanese culture is, they're very broad, like you said, Broadway, even with the stuff like you read it. Sometimes for Eminence and Shadows, what I do is I switch between the two just to hear Adam Gibbs as Shadow and hear the subs as Shadow, and they're both very comedically Broadway in the way that Adam Gibbs does it makes it honestly better to me. So I love it. I actually love the dub to Suzume. While again, I agree with you, it's not perfect because it's very very punctual with the words, and motherfuckers don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. It just.
But it still sounds good,
It sounds good, yes. Like yes, it definitely still sounds good, but it feels weird. I don't know. Great. Sound design for me though was a 9.5, and the only reason why it's a 9.5 and it's not a 10 is probably because of my personal reason why I didn't watch it with my headphones on, or I didn't watch it with a surround system. So I can't really take it up to the level of 10, and that's personal. That's on me. So forgive me if you don't like the score because of that. My bad. My fault. All right. So now the important stuff. We're on to pacing, and what pacing is obviously episode strength. But in this particular instance, since it's a movie, the speed in which the plot took place and when things climaxed and got to like the next level and et cetera. And how well does it resonate as us with the viewer, like the story wise? And it's my turn to start. So plot or pacing, sorry. This is probably one of the rougher parts for me, because I feel like it was a lot of teleporting, and it was teleporting in a weird way because, okay, we would see something in the distance, right? We would see it in the distance, and then they go to the next scene, and we're there. She didn't have a car. She didn't have, some instances where she did get a ride or whatever, and I understand those, but there was a lot of times where something would be so far away, and then the next scene we're there. I don't like. By the time you get there, the big penis monster is gonna fall and hit the ground. It's just it was very strange pacing when it came to like some. So, hey, yo, pause. Some of the way the situations kind of like played out, and I'm like, I don't know about that one. It felt weird. And then what this kind of ties in with the plot a lot, but the way the movie was paced, I didn't believe. Can I say that? I didn't believe anything between the two main characters. I didn't feel anything. No sparks. No chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel none of that when it came to the pacing because it was moving. It was just moving so fast. And I think Frozen was onto something when he's talking about how mundane and repetitive the beginning it was. Because I agree. It was like very just go here and do that. Go here and do that. And then all of a sudden the switch flipped. And then it's this dramatic piece of thing. And it was like very drastic. This was a 2-hour movie. Would this have been better as a show is what I always tell myself. Ask myself. I do think it would have, though. I do think we would have, only because we would have had more time with characters. We would have had more time to discover the background of what's going on with everything. Like the pacing wise, I think because it was a 2-hour because it was a 2-hour movie, Frozen came into the chat and said door of the week.
Door of the minute though. It was door of the minute.
It was door of the minute in the movie, but it was door of the week. Door of the week as a show. I think it would have been better though, because we would have had a better understanding of what was actually going on. And again, I'm gonna get to that in the plot. But like for me, the pacing was a little rough. It was a little rough, and you kind of have to grade it because it's a movie. But I'm gonna go with a 7. I feel like even that's a little high for my taste because the pacing was rough, but it got to the end. At least. Door of the week is crazy, by the way.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm actually surprised with the rating you gave it, by the way, because I was certain you were gonna be a little bit more harsh than me. Just precursor, yes, definitely. I gave it a 7. But my mentality to this is that I went into this. It's a movie. I saw it was 2 hours long. I said, all right, I'm gonna get lost somewhere in this and be like, I'm bored, right? For maybe even if it's like 10 or 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. At some point in this, I'm gonna be like, ugh.
But it's long for a movie, right? 2 hours is long.
It is pretty long, and it didn't have like the like you said, we didn't have that precursor of knowledge or that beforehand knowledge to say like, oh, I know these characters or I know the world or anything like that. Right. So it wasn't like I could say, boom, I already know these characters coming in. So it made that pacing feel, like you said, even weaker in a sense, because like we didn't get that pacing to add to the plot. But yes, 100%. And what lost me was like, it was literally like, I remember I paused it. It was an hour and 1 minute in. I was like, this is where the movie feels boring now. And it took maybe like 10 or 15 minutes before it started to like kick back into gear. And I was like, okay, this is a movie. So I kind of expect that there's going to be highs, lows, and then it's going to hit the climax. I get it. It's going to go in acts or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't like the worst pacing I've had. It was okay. It's very average-ish.
Yeah. So I don't, and for me, maybe again, it's the slice of life in me. I didn't think it got boring per se. I do think it just was. I feel like I needed more of that though. Like I feel like and
the pacing should have been centered around more about like that development with the characters.
I understand. Yeah, exactly.
Plot.
Exactly. So imagine if they took the time to implant some of the like where it was let's say her spending time with some randoms. Okay. Imagine if they took that time to give us the backstory of Sato being the main male character in the movie, or learning the lore of what's going on with that whole thing. It would have felt a lot better. It would have been a lot easier, better paced, because now I'm not wasting time with these people I just met 2 minutes ago. But now it's Tell's turn to start with the plot, the overall story, and how well it was written.
So I know you said the pacing was shaky for you, but the plot was a little bit shakier for me.
Yeah, me too.
And I say that because of like the pacing made the plot not as good. I love how like in a sense though this gave meaning to like all of the earthquakes and stuff like that within Japan. It gave meaning to the contextual of like that in Japan. It was really cool. But it didn't really develop that enough in terms of like what really is this in its totality, and it gave us a lot of vagueness. But it delivered on I guess the impact of it in terms of the plot, but detail I felt like it was lacking in many ways, and we didn't get that moment of cultivation within like relationships with certain characters. Like we went from
here to here.
I think it was 2 different characters we met that it was some kind of pseudo relationship that something had to happen, and then they were just like gone. It kind of felt like we just gonna breeze past that. Like that's it. We just gonna pop up, leave, and then the time frame didn't even feel like it was fitting into like how this story developed into how certain things in terms of like development of character relationships even went. It was like that made it feel so lackluster because like you said, I don't believe it. I did not believe it. Even with the age gap, because we know what the age gap is from what we discovered from a friend in the anime. It was like with that age gap, like he was like, what? Would he have even reciprocated that? We don't know because the plot didn't really delve into anything. And it was just like, what's going on here? So yeah, I gave it a 6 in terms of plot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I gave it a 6.
A 6. Bro, you hit the nail right on the head for a lot of stuff. A lot of it didn't make sense to me. I didn't know why we were doing it until literally maybe an hour and 30 in, when I'm starting to kind of understand what the fuck this whole thing is about, because the whole supernatural element felt off. Jay Sawyer also says the opening scene was very captivating though, then it was immediate fall off. Absolutely was. It was so weird the way it kind of like started high and then just as far as plot goes and then just gave us nothing. And again, I understand being mysterious for mysterious sake, but like I don't know, like I don't know. I didn't again. These randoms that we spent time with, I didn't believe the relationship of these friends she made along the way.
Yep.
Didn't make sense. Who
are they?
What was cultivating, what was kind of like building between the main characters, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe none of it. And it's mostly because of I don't want to say, I can't say much because this is not spoilers, but just let's just say one was unable to even know what the fuck was actually truly going on. Like how are you? I know they say love is on the inside, but come on, man, come on. It's like there was nothing I believed with that, and then she was just Suzume kind of, and this. Oh, I guess that goes in the next. I gave it a 6.2. Sorry,
all right. Big bet. I like that.
I said this when I was laying in the bed. I'm like, this is definitely like a 6 plot, a 6 plot with a 7 pacing, and I felt that. I truly felt that. I just don't.
This is the closest we've been in a rating in a long time, bro.
Probably ever, to be honest. It's
right
insane.
now we are only a 0.5 off from each other,
which is very, very unique for us because we are normally kind of like very vast on the scale. But this is what makes the scale so great. And then characters. This is for me where I start. And obviously, what characters mean is relatability, overall development, and growth of the characters, and how memorable they were. I hated Suzume. I truly did. The only character I really actually loved a lot was her auntie, because she was the only one that made any logical fucking sense. And then I liked the guy who had a crush on her auntie, but we only got maybe 10 minutes with him.
Oh my God. I'm telling you.
And that was it. So like Suzume sucked. The other guy, you barely even knew him. There was other plot devices that's clearly to be sold as merch that didn't make sense and didn't have that much of a place in the movie, because the place that they had in the movie kind of made it, they were destructive to be constructive. Mm-hmm. I didn't quite understand what that was, and that goes to the plot being all weird. But for me, the characters was really just a 6 as well. It was just slightly above average. And it was only slightly above average because they were still able to keep me engaged in the story.
Right.
I was still able to watch it and be like, I'm here. I didn't hate it, but I didn't care for him either.
Right. I feel you exactly on that. And you just said something that made me remember something I meant to say in plot. And it's mostly because they put little things in the background and like in the animation that you would see. What's that?
Can you read what Jay Sawyer said?
I ain't know shit about these characters till an hour. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I swear.
That's exactly it.
Who are they?
Anima says, would you guys be ranking the movies? What you mean, ranking the movies? Sorry to interrupt you.
Why wait on the answer though? What they did within like the actual animation of the show is they put little things that show what was happening next, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
because like there was a part where you see a cat with another cat in its mouth on a truck in the background while they're driving, and then like 10 minutes later, there's a similar scene to this. And I was like, oh, that's dope. That's fire. I like that. They kind of put like foreshadowing in. I thought that was cool. I meant to put that in my statement for the plot. But yes, characters, bro. Who are these people? The randoms. What was the whole point of meeting with these randoms? The aunt definitely was like the only adult that made sense, other than the dude who had a crush on the aunt, bro. I'm like, why are the people who make sense in this two people we barely see, two people we have engagement with until an hour and 20 minutes into the movie? We don't even have a full-on engagement with these characters. There's another random that's engaged with talking with the aunt that we have no understanding of. There's just like so much like so much relationship in terms of these characters that go uncultivated and ungrown. So I also gave it a 6, and that's why I said this is a wild rating, because we literally are only 0.5 off from each other.
That's wild. That's wild. So Anima says, Makoto Shinkai. Oh, Suzume, your name, whether with you and since they're all connected, pseudo connected. You know, I seen all of those. Maybe that's not a bad idea.
It's not.
Weathering with you was kind of buns to me though, but I digress. Yeah. So overall, it sounds like everybody here that watched it feels the exact same way. Maybe Crystal can fill us in. Like, the characters were so. The plot, the story, I to be honest, still don't make that much of a sense to me. I get it. We got to close these doors. And I'm not going to go into the plot, but it wasn't strong enough to be as you know, as something like Your Name. You know what I mean? Like, it was just okay. Pacing was a little bit better than what the story was, but that's only because it made the story a little bit more tolerable, because we teleported, basically. We were kind of just moving through this shit. Even though it was 2 hours long, it still felt pretty okay to me personally. Yeah, so that's why I gave it to 7. Sound design, perfect. I love the music. I love where they placed it. I love everything that happened, like sound wise, sonically. It was incredible. And then animation was perfect. It was beautiful. But
Crystal said it was pretty. The relationship at the end was forced, and I hate the cat.
And I predicted stuff. Me too, man. Me too. I was sitting there laying down watching it, like, oh, this is about to happen, and it happened. Dog, it was so fucking crazy. It was so crazy. Very predictable. You know, it was an okay movie. It's a my girlfriend said it perfectly. It's a one-time watch.
Yes.
It's a you watch it and you're done. That's pretty much what it was. Like, it's a good one-time watch, but it was a great no. Now, check this out. Again, we rate 5 categories. We then bring those 5 categories together and give our overall score. So let's start. Animation, we both gave it a 10. Sound design, I gave it a 9.5. Till gave it a 10. Pacing, I gave it a 7. Till gave it a 7. Plot, I gave it a 6. Till gave it a 6. Characters, we both gave it a 6, which makes my overall score a 7.7. Till's overall score a 7.8. And the overall score, the official Mic Check Waifu review score is 7.5. 7.5 for Suzume. Suzume on Anilist has a 83. And we're about 10 points, almost 10 points below that.
Did anyone else in the chat, any of y'all rate it? What did y'all give it?
What would y'all scores be? Frozen and Crystal and anybody else that watched it? I think 7.5 is appropriate.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there.
And, I mean, shoot. And what sucks is that I think about like the plot and the pacing, and I'm like, and the characters, I almost could bring it down a little bit more, but it's cool. 7.5. It's cool.
Bring it down more than 7 point. I don't know.
I'm not sure. It's like it's cool. It's like right there.
Our boy Jay says 7.6. 7.6 is about right. 7.5. Okay, see?
Yeah.
So they're a little bit higher. They're a little bit higher than us, or a little bit lower than us. Sorry. 7.75. Okay, so to put that in perspective, will this show up right? Because I know I changed. Yeah, I changed it. What the hell was that, Saber? My dog just made a bunch of noise. So here's the list of everything that we've reviewed so far. I got it up on the screen for y'all to see in a viewing pleasure. This is our, with the same review scale, the animation was saving it. It's true. True, it'll be right where y'all are if the animation didn't get a 10 from us. But this is everything that we've reviewed so far. Literally everything that we reviewed in the podcast. So we starting for number 1. Summertime rendering, we gave a perfect 10. So all 5 categories scored a 10 within it, and we gave it a 10. Astro Lost in Space. This was the first thing we've ever gave a full 10 to, deservingly so. Clannad was a 9.8. Shout out to everybody that watched Clannad. Crystal, you too. JJK, we actually did a feature review with Noxy PM We gave a 9.8. The My Teen Romantic Comedy Series, we gave it a 9.45, deservingly so. Fire Force, we gave a 9.35, deservingly so. Great show. Grimgar of Fantasy and Nash, we gave a 9.3, another great show. Too bad it's never going to get done. Promised Neverland season 1, we deleted the rating for that because fuck that. But it landed in number 8 in our scale. I think we should just delete it.
Nah, for real, because we can't finish that, bro.
We can't finish that. We're never going to review the rest, so we're going to remove it from the list. Okay. Still need to see. Oh my God, Adam, you still never seen Astro Lost in Space? You got to hop to that, brother. Number 8 was season 1 of Vinland Saga, which since we erased Promised Neverland. Crystal also said pain. Clannad is all pain. Vinland Saga 9.25, deservingly so. Great season 1. Season 2. Arcane, which is actually a cartoon essentially, but we gave that a 9.2. Fire show on Netflix. If y'all haven't checked that out, make sure y'all watch that. Demon Slayer. Oh shit, what was Demon Slayer like? Is this just season 1? I think that's just season 1.
Yeah, I think that's season 1.
8.8. Beastars. It's all Tell's fault, but it's an 8.85. I promise you it's all Tell's fault, everybody. Go listen to that episode. Erased, 8.75. How did Beastars get higher than Erased? The world may never know. The world may never know. Steins Gate, how did Beastars get more than Steins Gate? Come on, man. This is just another thing that...
I can tell you how I got more than Steins Gate.
It's all Tell's fault again. 8.65. The Vox Machina series on Amazon Prime, if y'all haven't seen that, great show. 8.6. Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc, 8.65. I'm not watching Clannad if it's all pain. It's all pain, but in the best way. Huey, you gotta watch it, bro.
It healed me and hurt me all in the same.
Was this the train arc? Oh no, the Entertainment District arc, 8.5 for Demon Slayer. Made in Abyss. Oh, y'all can't see it. Made in Abyss got an 8.5. That was another collab review we did with Blaname Podcast, actually. So that was 4 of us, and we all did the 5 categories, and we averaged it out, and it came to an 8.5, which is pretty good. Darwin's Game also got an 8.5. Link Click got an 8.45, which I think should be higher. Invincible got an 8.45. I think that's right. Bungo Stray Dogs got an 8.4, which should be higher than Beastars, but I digress. Chivalry of a Failed Knight got a 7.95. Gangsta got a 7.95. My Hero Season 4 got a 7.9. Tokyo Revengers got a 7.85. Warranted. Ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Tokyo Revengers is just mad okay. Dr. Stone got a 7.8, which it'll be higher now if we just rating season 3, but I digress. And Suzume falls to 7.75, just below Dr. Stone. And then Love Flops, 7.45. Wow. And then Banana Fish also got a 7.3. Show is terrible. Just don't let nobody tell you any different. It's terrible. And then 91 Days, our least favorite show we've ever erased, deserved better. Bro, Fear. I don't understand. Which one of us gave it the lowest score? Was it me? It may have been me.
Erased I thought was great, so you know.
Me too, but I don't remember what I gave it. 91. Hey, Christian, speaking of our archivist, Christian, can you tell me who gave Erased the lowest score? Was it me or was it Tell? It's probably going to be me.
It's
definitely probably going to be me. So, Christian, whenever you hear this, check it out. Shout out to, dude, Half a Helm is goated, by the way. Just
canonically, you give everything a lower rating than I do.
Canonically,
that's canon. Even Clannad, I gave a higher rating than you did.
Which is crazy. 91 Days sucked. And then we got a Hall of Shame, which we just did one for fun, which is the worst anime we've ever seen, which is Demon Lord Retry. We gave it a negative score just because it was fun.
It was that bad, though.
It was real bad. And then Crystal says 91 Days was just blah. And then Anima says, Anime W3 Studios says a collab. Yes, the review. We got to find something we got to review. We definitely have to do that. It's going to be fire. But it's like 16 of y'all. Would it just be one of you or like all 7 of y'all? It's only 4 of them, by the way. I'm being facetious. Let me know, Vash. Anyway, that is the reviews we've done so far. We hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. I do think Suzume was a good idea because it was a movie that I wanted to watch.
Yep.
It was good to add to the list.
It was beautiful, bro. It was definitely beautiful. I appreciate the aesthetic of it entirely.
Yeah. And like I said, I think it was a perfect one-time watch. Like, I don't think I will ever watch that again. Like, I can go back and watch Your Name right now and be like, this is great.
Yeah. And what you said about if it actually had been a show, had it been better? Yeah, that's crazy because I would definitely think it would be better. The only thing is that it wouldn't have the animation and the sound design quality to carry it anymore.
Which was carrying it. But that's okay because then we'll be able to get into the plot of who these people are, who these closers are, and
right,
how it works. Supernatural ability of it all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It could have been, I think it would have been better as a show. 91 Days was more than just, I think that show was terrible, man. I can't believe people love that show as much as they do. It's wild to me. Anyway, what should be our next review? Do y'all got anybody? Ooh.
Surprise, Vivio 86 isn't on the list.
Says Huey TJ. Yeah. Me too, Huey.
I'm going to just tell you, 86 is probably going to be close, or if not a 10.
If I had to guess, probably a 9.8.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. And Vivi might be right under that.
100%. So Saphir says, are you guys open to reviewing the new Ghibli movie whenever it hits streaming? I plan on going to a theater to see that. Y'all. I plan on hitting up iPick.
Same.
And go. Are you gonna go see it too? How you gonna go see? You got 17 kids.
I have one wife. How could I have 17 kids? We is barely that age to have 17 kids, brother. Mm-hmm. I ain't out here doing it like that. Come on, man. You see how Polo be doing me live on the internet?
Stop, man. I almost spilled my water out.
Live on Ryomen Sakuna's internet. Sitting here talking about I got 17 kids.
Yo, that is funny, man. No, yeah, we definitely plan on doing a review for that, Sophia, for sure. That may be the next one, but I kind of want to review something sooner. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we still have to review.
Maybe free run. Well, I don't know. We got damn near 20 episodes left.
28. Yeah, that's another long one. Oh, 20 left. Yeah, how many episodes of free run
we got? What, 16 left? 16 episodes left?
Yeah.
So we got a whole nother season. We're going to be in spring by the time that's done.
I know. Damn. So the Ghibli movie comes out December 7th, I think. December 2nd? Call it, tell Mr. Cheaper about a dozen is crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. It's
says, oh my God, that's fucked up. It's just, you know, I like to be facetious when it comes to that.
I'm about to change his name in my phone again. You already know what that's about to be.
Come on, man. Chill, man. I'm happily in a relationship now, finally.
Uh-huh.
It only took me...
How many hearts you had to... Never mind. I'm just playing. I
deserve that one. I deserve that one. So any more review? So Vivian 86 aren't on the list, I know. Black Clover review? Unless you're trying to get me assassinated. The internet will come kill me. But nah, jokes aside, Mission Yozakura Family, when that comes out for sure. Oh.
Wise Man's Grandchild, worst anime? That's
wow. Wise Man's Grandchild is the worst anime for you? That's crazy.
It is.
That's a really good show, actually. Funny enough. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You never seen X-Arm?
December 7th. Okay, so the Ghibli movie comes out December 7th. That's actually relatively soon. So maybe that'll just be the next review. That'll be fire. Should we take a quick break and then when we come back, just chill with the chat and talk about whatever?
For sure. Let's do it.
If y'all can hear the music when I go to break, let me know because I'm gonna try to mute our mics and then play the music and hopefully it still plays. Just let me know if y'all can still hear the music or not in the chat when I switch to break. But we're about to go to break. Thanks y'all so much for chilling with us. When we come back, we talk about whatever y'all want, or we just, whatever. We'll be right back after these. And welcome Black to episode 230 of Mic Check Waifu. Shout out to y'all for letting us know the music was good. Yeah, for some reason, man, whenever I mute the mics on my stream deck, it mutes the music too, even though the music is playing through my audio mixer. Very weird situation. But welcome back to the episode. Again, everybody listening on podcast forums, thank y'all. We love y'all for listening. But make sure you guys come to the live streams if y'all can. Say hi. Even if you can't stay, we'd appreciate it. Oh my God. Now they're just talking about in the chat right now. So Huey TJ, Tokyo Revengers is my worst anime.
That's wild.
That's crazy because I kind of agree. And Crystal says Sorcerer's Stabber Orphan was the worst anime I've ever seen. And then Jay Sawyer with the fucking with the 3 of Platinum Man. Platinum Man was garbage, bro. Well, go ahead.
I'll say 2 things. Sorcerer, Stabber, Orphan. I got to like episode 5 and I felt like I was gonna throw up, just like that emoji she put.
Yeah, I watched 2. I watched 2 episodes. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, and then Platinum Man, they have a season 2 called Kami Arabi God App.
If I gotta hear this anime one more fucking week, I swear to God, chat.
It's so bad. It's like if Cole Lyoko had no budget.
Oh, Cole Lyoko didn't have a budget. Hello.
It's like that though.
Come on, man. Anima, you killing me, bro. Yeah. Wise Man Grandchild and Domestic Girlfriend, 2 bangers, bro. 2 absolute bangers are his lowest rated anime on Anilist. You a wild boy. Platinum Man is tied for the worst. At Lucifer and the Biscuit. You watched the whole thing, Crystal.
That's crazy.
Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. I think I commented on her Anilist like, why are you still watching this?
I remember you saying that. I remember that.
I either said it on the show or I said it on her Annie. One of the 2. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I'm saying, Jay Sawyer, it was such a good show. Wise Man was a vibe in my book too. It was okay. So what do y'all want to talk about? I want to say something. This Undead Unluck episode is it was the the most recent episode, by the way. That's episode 8. I know y'all love this show, but this is the top, the cap on the top for why I hate this show. It's
because they had Super Saiyan 3.
Bruh, what the fuck am I watching? This shit is just a updated version of a better Dragon Ball Z. At this point, like I can't. It's not my jam, man. These meathead shonens is just not my jam no more. I come to that conclusion a long time ago. I still give them tries, but I can't do the Undead Unluck shit. I just can't. I'm not gonna drop it, but it's not it for me.
It's definitely one that we can't rate because I know I'm gonna give it a higher rating than you.
No,
it's gonna be lopsided ratings for sure.
We could, but it wouldn't be fair to the show. It would not be fair to that show because I would destroy it. I would decimate it in the way that people would be like, I get it, but damn, like why the fuck is Mike Check's overall score for Undead Unluck a 3 when no, I'm just kidding. It wouldn't be that.
When Phil gave it a 10 down the line,
no, it wouldn't be that bad.
Blue Lock is definitely carried by the animation, 100%.
And
one good character.
You gotta say who said it so the people listening on the podcast know who said it. UTJ says Blue Lock is carried by the animation. And oh my gosh. Blue Lock is carried by
animation and the one character that decided to be good towards the latter end of the show. Is it even
carried by animation? Because it's mostly stills. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing something.
You know what I'm saying? It's mostly just pictures with a little bit of shimmering in it. Crystal says there was a time in my life when I committed to everything, even if it was bad. I don't anymore because of Biscuit Hammer.
Crystal, I'm gonna just tell you this.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
You're a great person. That's a toxic trait.
Yeah, that's a toxic trait.
Do not commit to anything that's bad for you. Them anime will destroy your heart, and we don't need that.
Beat your ass. I'm telling you. We learned that the hard way.
Ain't no way you finish Biscuit Hammer.
Nachi says my lowest rated was definitely School Days. As into slice of life as I am, as into mess as I am, I've never watched an episode of School Days. Out of how many episodes I got on my list? I don't even think this is accurate because I feel like I've still watched more than this, but a total of 642 anime. I still never seen School Days. Wild. It's fucking wild. Jay Sawyer says, I know Undead Unluck is going to get better, so just let them cook. I can't let them.
It's going to get better.
But this is what everybody, like, what does it get? Is it not going to get better? And even later than this?
Hear me out, Brolo. Hear me out. It's going to get better for everybody but you. Everybody else is going to like it more but you. And hear me out. I as soon as I realized you didn't like when he started explaining the abilities more. God,
that was the worst part. Yeah.
I was like, Polo not gonna like the show ever. Like, it's never gonna get better for Polo. It's never gonna hit that point for him.
When you try to get too cute, and even with your cute explanations not doing it justice. Like, let's take one of the GOAT new shonens, for example. I mean, you could pick one, JJK or Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise probably being my absolute favorite of the new like shonen's power system. So beautifully executed, like when it comes to the explanation of it. Like, it's not too complicated, but it also has depth that is like so fucking just like impressive. Because the more you learn about the power system, as our main character knows about the power system, the more intensively kind of depressing but entertaining it is. You know what I mean? Because the price you pay, right, for using that particular power and the way you use that particular power is so much more interesting than some bullshit of some weird mutant, uns that people get. That the GOAT.
Do you want this? It's a still box. Do you want it?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, send it to me with my glasses too, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. It's great. It's going to get better for everybody else. I know. I'm gonna try to stop talking about it. I know I said that multiple episodes ago, but it's hard when I keep seeing stuff on my fucking timeline. All right. Because we may not talk much on Twitter, but we still see it. And when we see it, it's just like, ugh, come on, y'all. Or at least for me, anyway.
Oh, Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
Yo, great episode this week, bro. And hear me out. That show is something else. It really is. It's just how they do everything to me. It's everything's so subtle, but a lot of it's just so good. It's a banger. It's crazy.
I said it on Twitter and I mean it. If it didn't come out this year, it would be anime of the year. Of any other year, you probably bring up any other anime, to be honest. But before we move on, though, Huey TJ says Blue Lock is mostly stills, plenty of dialogue, and 10% gameplay. Yeah, yes. 10% gameplay is crazy because that's true. Same. I stopped tweeting because it feels like a headache. It is. Tweeting is painful, at least for me. Because I mostly run the Mic Check Waifu Twitter. It's so hard to get on there and just want to talk because of the shit I'm always seeing. It's always some fights or drama or somebody did something or said something that hurt somebody.
Faithfully. What's that? There's another anime. I know you're not watching it, but
wait. Before you go to that, I wanted to touch on Apothecary Dice. I said it on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
This being one of the best shows this season is sad because if it did not come out the same time Free Run did, right? If it did not come out the same year as Free Run, this show will be top tier because it's like you said, the most recent episode was so subtle yet clean, even if it's just a situation of the week. And like Huey TJ said, I learned so much from Momo. Yes, man, you learned so much from her. And now her learning something from her dad is, if we see where she get it from now, was fucking dope.
And what you said, the situation of the week, right? They do a good job at not making it feel like situation of the week, though. Like this is just a part of her day to day,
right?
And that makes it feel like everything is so subtle, but they're not like beating us over the head with like this. If this was Detective Conan, we know it's crime of the week, and they're gonna solve it like that.
Oh, absolutely.
So this feels so like they're integrating it into just her daily life without making it overwhelming. That this is just another thing they're solving this week. And they're pushing the things forward. Like we knew that she didn't know what those hairpins really meant. So getting that information later on down the line is like we're not. Yeah, we even don't fully ascertain what it is, but we know at some point she missing it. She missing the mark. But it's like all of it is so good, and it's also like they spend some time with the characters, so we get to actually see the reaction of the characters, and we like those characters, and they're keeping that like detective work, everything so like solid. It's good, bro. It's real good.
I'm gonna tell y'all this now. Just watch Crystal Twitter. Whenever she pick a sleeper, go to that sleeper on Anilist. She gonna probably be right. Know if you like the same genre she picks, it's probably gonna be a great sleeper pick because this is by far probably maybe her best one yet. And she picked some heaters again.
Crazy.
Again, caveat. I'm not just saying that because we always pick the same ones, but this time we didn't. We picked two completely different shows, and it's like top 3 this year probably
for sure. Yeah, but Shy is like a My Hero Academia, but not so My Hero Academia ish. Had a really good episode this week.
What did he say?
Because everybody can't have powers in Shy, but it's like there are people who get powers. But this episode this week was really good in terms of developing characters and moving that plot forward. So if you're watching Shy, I think this was probably like the best episode so far. Other than when Shy finally actually gets her powers, like not she's just a superhero, but the actual attributes to her powers. Pretty solid episode.
What would you say is your top 3 anime this year?
Mine?
Yeah. Very easy.
Yeah, because I feel like because Free Run is probably sitting at number 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was Oshinoko actually this year?
Mm-hmm.
It was this year? Shit, bro.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say that's Oshinoko is number 3. And then Apothecary Diaries is number 2. It's like that easy for me.
Yeah, for me it would be Free Run, Oshinoko, then Apothecary Diaries.
Mm-hmm. And then number 4 is Jobless Reincarnation.
Yeah, Jobs Reincarnation is crazy, and it's even wilder that we got Jobs Reincarnation and Free Rent.
Right. Again, if Free Rent didn't come out, Jobless Reincarnation could have been our other, because I think we only got 2 top of the year season. Both. Both. Free Rent is definitely anime of the year so far. Because I'm looking at the year right now, 2023. What else could it be, right? Definitely not going to be Heavily Delusion, not over this way. Hell no. Oshinoko, very, very close. But, all right, Fierce, catch you later, brother. He said, Fierce says, good night, everyone. I will listen to the rest of the podcast. I need to catch up on on these shows. Yeah, man, please do. Yeah, like Free Rent is actually one of the highest rated anime on Anime List, by the way. Now I saw you saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, Free Rent is, and I don't know, man. Free Rent is wild because the quality is just, it's there in every aspect of that show. It's there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list like right now, and I don't see anything else even coming close.
Like, obviously, yes, we have Demon Slayer, but it's like we got what we deserved out of Demon Slayer. It's Demon Slayer.
It's good, yeah, it's good, but you know, it's always gonna be good. Dog, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
I need to start
And I mean,
these OVAs for My Team Roman Kami Snafu.
Oh, I ain't even start those yet.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's nothing else. I mean, we still got Solo Leveling coming out in the winter.
Crazy.
Which that dub trailer was fire, by the way.
It is. It was really good. I felt that.
Wait, Till. Oh, never mind. It's Cap. Never mind. I read the analyst wrong. Okay. Yeah, Classroom of the Elite Season 3. We still got. Love Don't Cost a Thing Season 2. I mean, bottom tier character Tomazaki second season.
How are you feeling about Rising of the Shield Hero? This and its progression right now? Because I'm gonna tell you what I think right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me hear what you think first, because I'm gonna tell you what I think afterwards.
They're fucking zooming through some plot, and I love it. I love it so much. I like it. I do like it. I like where it's going. I see what they're doing. What they're doing is they're building up. They're building up enough for the next wave, I guess you could say, and they're building up in a way that's smooth but also quick.
Yeah, I know that's the goal. These last 2 episodes was not it for me.
No, the dragon thing. Nah,
it just felt so. And I'm a slight spoiler. It felt like they're trying to nerf Philo.
Nah.
I get it. I'm saying though, it feels like they're trying to nerf Philo, and it don't feel like it doesn't feel like this is necessarily like a mandatory moment in what we're watching.
Yeah. No, I get that. But it's for the reason of you know, the characters that ain't gonna get no love as far as like development goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I also feel like they done kicked some of the characters we liked in the first season, or if we did like them, like what's her name, Melty? Like she's a complete background character at this point now.
Oh shit! What's this, Huey? He sent a bracket over in our DMs on Twitter. This is kind of dope. Wait a minute.
Hey, did you put Apothecary twice?
Wait, Apothecary went up there twice? He said
it's
for him it's Free Rent for number 1, Villain Saga 2, Apothecaries 3, JJK 4, Apothecary 5. Oh no, okay, so Apothecary is not there. Zom 100 is for 5. And then Crystal says the CGI dragon cracked me up, but I love the season so far. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'm okay with the dragon.
That dragon was funny to me. It was good, but it was funny. We got Angel Next Door this year too.
Yeah, we did.
Got some good stuff this year. We really did. I wish Diamond 100 was able to continue, but obviously let them Let them do it how they do it.
And to be honest, even if it did, I don't think it would have been enough to sway me from. As far as top 5 goes, since Huey brought up the top 5, right? Let's do that. Let's go Free Run 1 for me. Apothecary Diaries 2. This could be a whole episode in itself, so whatever. But Apothecary Diaries 2. 3 is Oshinoko. 4 is... It's tough because we also got, what was that? Galaxy Next Door 2?
And the end of Villain Saga was really good.
Really made up for the whole season for me personally, but it's not enough to be in my top 5.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is it Dr. Stone season 3 is fucking hitting like crazy right now? Or is this just a second core?
Insomniacs After School is going to be...
Oh my God, Insomniacs After School. I forgot about that one. That was also a heater. Angel Next Door is going to be 4 for me. And then 5. I don't know yet. The jury's still out. No. 4 is Jobless Reincarnation. What the fuck am I talking about? And then 5 is Angel Next Door. There we go. How can I forget about Jobless Reincarnation? Am I some type of doofus? Just saying.
I'm trying to keep him putting stuff that we already watched in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Insomniac.
Appreciate that, Hugh. Why is High Card in that list? High Card is it's rough. I like that bracket idea though. That's just kind of dope.
I'm gonna go with Trigun and Stampede as my number 5.
Interesting. Over at Galaxy Next Door or Angel Next Door or Jobless Reincarnation or...
I didn't want to go with Jobless Reincarnation because I felt like we already know that we love that show. So I felt like let's take stuff that's obvious out of there.
Or your Undead Unluck or your Shangri-La.
I'm not putting Undead Unluck in there. Shangri-La Frontier is cool.
It's cool. It's definitely cool. Sometimes I watch Shangri-La and forget I watched it this week or that week.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I forgot I watched that.
This was a comedy episode entirely.
100%. Nachi's is Free Ren, number 1. Oshinoko 2. He's close to yours. Apothecary Diaries 3. Jobless 4. Eminence 5. Eminence. That's just about the perfect list, too. What about the rest of yours, Crystal? Damn, man. This year was a lot better than I thought because JJK is obviously hitting like crazy. But there's just did Bungo 5 come out this year? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Bungo 5 was this year? But wait, Bungo 4 and 5 was this year. Eesh.
That's made it hard for you, huh?
That's tough because I watched it later, and that's a problem with the way we're doing the dubbed and duns, man. Because Bungo 4 and 5 was this year, and both of them were 85 for 5, and then what did 4 get? 84 for 4. Like those are deservingly. So, that's tough. Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War arc was this year too. Come on, man. What are we doing? The separation, that's specifically. This year was better than I thought, actually.
When do you think we're doing our winter preview?
What episodes are we on right now? That's a good question. Ooh. Wait, when did we do the winter preview, chat? Damn. Winter came up that fast? Hold on. Winter. Let's see. We got some dates on some of these shows. We don't really have...
Not really dates yet, so I guess it'll be closer to the end of December, mid end of December.
Probably. Yeah, we don't have any countdown dates yet.
I start getting my sleeper bag now, so I ain't gotta compete with nobody.
Yeah, I think I had my sleeper 3 weeks ago. It's possible that it can change, but I mean, if you look at the list, y'all can probably see what my sleeper is. We're about 10 episodes into the current season. Yeah, we're about 10 episodes in. So we probably have to do it around probably in like 3 weeks, I would say. So when is that? Let me check the calendar real quick. So today's the 26th. So around December. Oh, we're on episode. Yeah, okay. Oh, he said about 10 episodes into the current season, which is next week for a lot of them. So we might have to do it like December 10th then. So instead of 3 weeks, do it 2 weeks from now. So December 10th. Or y'all will hear it on Tuesday, but the tweet will go out December 10th. Oh, look at that. The live episode next week is the 30th. That's New Year's Eve. We can't do that. We might have to skip a week of live episodes. Because one is Christmas Eve and the other is New Year's Eve. That's okay. We'll just do it per use. You know the use. Yeah, I say we do it December 10th. We do the preview. We down for that?
Sound good to me, brother.
Let's do that. All right, anybody got any questions for us before we wrap this thing up? Any anime questions? Any life questions? Any after story questions? Wink, wink. Patreon.com/MyCheckWaifu.
What's your favorite color? Huh.
I don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
It's red. The only color that matters.
We could do it early for December.
Yeah. December 10th will probably be the best. That'll probably be time when shows start.
I think they mean Vash mean a live stream.
Oh, do it early. Oh, the live stream. We could. Oh, that was the one you were talking about? That's this winter?
Nachi said, LOL, I just saw the winter season list. Didn't see the harem I posted on the Discord servers getting an anime chained soldier.
No way.
Hey, Huey T, I love some purple too. I ain't gonna lie. I think
purple is a fire color. It's my mom's favorite color too. Photo, the last time I took a photo, holy shit, bro. Oof, what a great question. Last time I broke out the camera to take a photo. Because for those of you that don't know, I used to have a whole photography studio. We did actually. B-Tail, our homie T Money. We had a whole studio for it. And we recorded like a lot of dance videos in there. We took a lot of professional photos for people. The last time I took a photo, man, shit, man. So long ago though. Sheesh. Probably 2017. Like a professional photo. You know, I could take photos with my phone all the time, but a professional photo is probably 2017. I'm an old fuck too, so that used to be the life, man. The whole Phelan Studios was great.
It was a lot of fun actually too.
I did some unforgivable things in the studio. Anyway,
Crystal says, what's your top unexpected joy of a watch / underrated sleeper of 2023? Polo, I don't need to find out any extra stuff about you, bro. Let's just keep it cool. All right. My unexpected joy of a watch, like I said, Insomniacs After School was just unexpectedly good to me, bro. It was one of those shows that, and obviously we can say like Freerun and whatnot like that, but I'm saying like Insomniacs After School, to me, I feel like it went under so many radars, and it's cool that it did, but I really enjoyed it.
Man, what's your top unexpected joy watch / underrated? What a fucking great question. I hate that Crystal come with these questions that could literally be entire topics themselves. But if I'm going to really get obscure, I'm going to probably have to say, and was that this year? Let me make sure it was this year, because I could be tripping when I think of this show. Insomniac After School is the perfect one for you to pick. So I'm not going to pick that one too. But it's between two. The Dangers in My Heart was so unexpected because I was looking at this and not expecting it to be anywhere near as good and as pretty as that show was. Or Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. Those are two shows that surprised the hell out of me when I watched them. I'm like, yo, why is this actually so good? And I would say that Apothecary Diaries is another one, but like, Crystal kind of picked it as our sleeper, so I kind of had a inkling that it probably would have been good. Yeah, so that's a little bit cheating, but I had no hunches for The Dangers in My Heart or no hunches for Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. Like, for real. Like,
heavy on that Kubo. Kubo was actually really good in my opinion.
It was so good. Nachi says, that's crazy. That manga is wild, and it's definitely a Polo-esque anime show. The Chain Soldier. Damn, do I? Yeah. You know I love my harems, man. I love my harems. I love my ecchi. I gotta have it. Huey says, Huey TJ says, rent free is the unexpected joy of the Watcher 22. That's another one. I wish we could. Who was it? Francesca, who was in that chat, that stream. That stream, we had like 50 something people in here. I don't know if it's a she. I don't want to assume anybody's gender, but they kept bringing up Freewind, and I was just kind of like blowing it off a little bit. You know, remember that when we were doing our fall preview, and they were right, man. 100%. They were right. They were big time right. So
who decided to make that show that good?
If you are listening to or watching this right now, you were right. I should have gave him more credit. I should have made it my sleeper, even though my sleeper right now is doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. They marinated that show
100%. Brilliantly too. It's crazy that author didn't do anything else really of any note, and you just come out with this. All it takes is one, I guess. So
take one banger, and then you can be out of here and just go ahead and rest, relax.
Mm-hmm. Dog, 2017 was the last time I took a picture.
That's crazy.
It's so wild to think about.
We was actually just looking at some of the dance videos you shot, like the Battle of Beat Crushers and
oh god, like that. And I was so bad at shooting videos back then, but they still turned out all right.
Yeah, I feel like I was so bad at dancing back then.
Nah, dog.
But they still turned out all right.
You were never the problem. Trust me.
I'm just telling you what I feel, brother.
Yeah, definitely not you. What else? Anything else? No.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing that I am super excited for.
What's that, bro?
You got to follow me on Twitter. I'm at Polo Bornfly on all social media.
I'm at King Taliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Mike Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mike Check Waifu on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and chat. Listeners, as always, Mike Check.
I'm like a Super Saiyan character with the heart. This is how I transform into my Power Ranger suit.
See y'all next week, you doofus.
You're now tuned into Mike Check Waifu.